finished my practice. Did about a 40-minute practice this morning. Felt good. Jumped in the shower, got a drink, and then back for some more practice. So I took it easy though. I didn't do much strength training. Did a lot of part one, letting everything flow, and did a lot of breathing, a lot of stretching, really good meditation. Did some breath holds. Yeah, so it was good, really good. It's good information came through. And while you guys are here right now, I'll share that with you, because we still have a few minutes. You know, one thing. So during my practice, there's always different information coming through, and it really just depends on my intention. And a lot of times it will be the middle of practice, and I would think, wow, should I write this down? Because if I don't, maybe I'll forget, right? Most of the time I just keep going. Once in a while I actually just stop and write it down really quick and then go back to it. But most of the time I'm confident I'll remember it, and I just keep going. Today I was realizing that something that I've been naturally doing every time I do flow practice, I don't mention it very much, but I just became aware of it today, was that I constantly visualize the energy in my body expanding. And I always visualize inside of my body, like all of these pipelines, all of these channels. And I just imagine like millions of them, tons and tons of them. And I imagine them opening up and expanding. And I imagine my body, like feeling my body become lighter. And this visualization is really powerful, because when we're visualizing that with our body, consciously we are practicing on connecting to the body. We're practicing on creating awareness. And if we do that for the entire body, we imagine that in the entire body. We're practicing on creating the awareness, the connection with the entire body. And also when we practice feeling that as well. So just wanted to share that with you guys. We can dive into it a little bit later. If it's something you guys are interested in, we just type it into the questions and we'll discuss it after. I see we have some more people joining in. Tor just joined in. All right. Hey, Dimitra, good to see you. And Bao just joined in too. Okay, we're getting started soon. Just a couple minutes. Marla wrote, very interested in visualizing energy opening. Yes. Yeah. It's something that has, it's been almost second nature for me, which is why I wasn't fully aware of it. I have become a lot of times unconscious to the fact that I do that all the time. And when we're making changes in our practice, when we're making changes, we do want to get to the point to where we are unconscious of what we're doing, And the reason why is because when we are unconscious of what we're doing, it becomes automatic, it becomes a habit. And when we're super conscious of it, that means we still have to think about it. That means we're still connected to old ways. But when we start to do things, like we are unconscious a lot of times of many, many things that we do. And that's why we do them all the time. So, all right, let's read. Okay, good morning, Linda. Yeah, good morning, Val. Family and background had to wait to turn on video. All right, Tor. Okay, so it's 10:01. Okay. So let's go and get started. Good afternoon from England, Jamie. Good, awesome. So welcome guys, day 5 of our 10-day Re-Energize Your Body Challenge. We are halfway there. So really awesome today. Really excited for today because we are halfway there. We've been consistent all throughout the week. And today we have a full 30-minute practice. It's the original flow, which is similar to the 60, except the time is shrunk in half. So now we are really practicing that 70% effort. We're practicing on natural progression. Instead of really forcing, going for it, we are taking our time, showing up every single day. And so I'm really proud of you guys for showing up at this time and doing the practice. There can be a lot of other things that you could be spending your time with right now, but instead you decided to come here and train with me. So I'm really happy for that. And, I was sharing a little earlier during my practice, that just practicing on visualization of the energy in our body. So that's something you can work on today, So there's a lot of, so the thing with flow practice is as you practice this over and over and over, in the beginning, you'll find that you are working on doing the movements. You're just working on the basic things like actually doing the movements and being calm as relaxed as you can. And that's the most important thing. That's like the foundation, the default thing to focus on. And then on top of that, then you start to sink in your breath. You get really good at your moving and your breathing synced in together. Then afterwards, it kind of becomes second nature. You don't really have to try anymore. And then from there, you can start to increase your awareness and start to bring in other aspects. Because once you have that, then you bring in aspects like, okay, am I judging, competing, or comparing? Am I able to push harder now? Because once we get used to a 70% effort, it becomes like a reference point. It becomes like we know where our dial is at normal. Because 70% would be kind of about normal, when it comes to exercise, when it comes to kind of challenging our body, challenging our mind. It's still a challenge. I would say if we had to calculate in percentage terms, maybe around 50% or so would be kind of like just a normal operational mode. But 70%, we're challenging ourselves a little. But now at that point, when we get really good at knowing how that feels like in our body, knowing how that feels like in the heartbeats, and how heavy we're breathing, then from there, and we get comfortable with it, then we can practice pushing it a little farther when we're feeling strong on the days, and when you're feeling strong, and vice versa. On the days that you're not, you kind of scale it back. And so therefore, your 70% is constantly changing every single day based on all these different variables, And so our awareness starts to increase. And something else, because we're halfway through the 10-day, and I want to talk about that natural progression. You'll find that in the beginning, as you're doing the movements, you're still learning and getting used to it. But as you do it more and more, your body starts to naturally learn these movements. Your body starts to naturally go into those movements, and you'll find it to be much more effortless. And that's one of the power about doing repetitive movements, because you're teaching your body how to do it so well that you don't even have to think about it. And that's really the key. Imagine throughout your life that you're able to do something, you're able to do a practice for your body. The moves that you're doing to take care of your body and take care of your mind is effortless. It's like brushing your teeth or taking a shower. You know, we don't have to do it. To think about it, you can still survive. It's not like breathing. You can skip brushing your teeth, you can skip taking a shower. Of course, I'm sure people notice eventually. But when you're doing it, it's pretty effortless. You're not sitting there brushing your teeth going, man, let me go and really get into that tooth and let me focus on moving my arm this way. When you're taking a shower, you're not thinking either. You're just in there washing, just relaxing. Your arms are moving and getting all the areas effortlessly. And so when you start to do this practice on a daily basis, like what we're doing right now, and you get really, really good with these moves, you'll find you're going to do these moves. You're going to do the push-up. You're going to be doing a squat. It feels really effortless. Your body knows. Your body is so conditioned with it. And when it becomes like that, now this is what allows you to go and keep your health, keep your strength for a lifetime. I've been training since I was 11 years old, and I'm now 37 years old. So it's been about 26 years now. And the most I've ever taken off from training was maybe about a week and a half, maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks at the most. A lot of times if I train 2 days out of a week, I feel super just really out of it. Just feels really weird. My body is so conditioned to wanting to move. And so I learned a lot of different things when it comes to developing habits, especially around training, around taking care of myself. And over time, I didn't emphasize so much about repetition before, in my bodybuilding days. But I realized though, that even so, I was still doing the same moves, the same exercises, the same lifts almost every single day, every single week for sure, every single week. And people used to ask, how do you build this? How do you do that? What are the exercises that you do? And I tell them, well, biceps, do more bicep curls. What? How do you do them? Well, you just do bicep curls the regular way you do them. And people are wondering, well, what is the difference? Well, the difference is when you do the same move and you master those moves, the way you do a certain move, like the way you would do a squat, would be different than somebody else who's just starting to do a squat. If you have done squats for many, many years, when you come down into a squat, you're much more engaged in your body. You're much more aware. You know exactly the little details that if somebody hasn't been really consistent with, they may not realize. A little shift in your hips, where your knees go up and down, the way your ankles can shift, the pressure in your feet, the back going up and down, all these little places where you put your arm. If you're feeling strong, where you put your arm. If you're feeling a little weak, where do you put your arm to support yourself, to give you a little more energy? How do you go ahead and get some cheat reps in? How's it feel like to go halfway, the way your body feels if you're just to go less than parallel? Because it still works, but it works a different part of your body versus if you go all the way down, ATG squats, right? Ass to the ground. And so there's all of these little elements, but yet when we take a step back, we look at it, it's just a squat. And so when we get really, really good at all of these movements that we're doing in flow practice, you'll find that they're the most foundational movements that will last a lifetime. No matter how exercise evolves in the future, doing things like push-ups, doing things like running, a strike, a kick would always be the same, and I'm sure there'll be awesome different ways of evolving in fitness and movement as life goes on. But that's the power of practicing these foundational movements, is whatever exercise and fitness evolves, we always have a really strong foundation, and we can learn things and pick it up really, really quickly because our body is conditioned, and it becomes super easy. The most important thing is it becomes really, really easy to stay consistent with a daily practice. So always do the daily practice first thing in the morning, right when you wake up. Right when you wake up, do your best not to do a single thing. If you have to go and use the restroom really quick, go ahead. You know, if you really, really can't stand your teeth with the morning breath, brush your teeth really quick, and that's it. But try not to do anything else, you know. Some people, because what happens is the more things that we do, the more chances that we're introducing distractions. Because once our mind starts to wake up, we start to remember this, remember that, now all of our attention is starting to gear towards something else, especially when we pick up that phone, just to see what time is it and we see a message. And before we know it, we're lost in the messages. And now that window of time that we planned out for taking care of our body and mind, for setting up our day, is almost gone. We suddenly go, oh, wow, it's this time. I only got 7 more minutes now. I can't believe I spent the last 25, 30 minutes checking these messages, thinking I was going to respond back really quick. And now with this 7 minutes, what can I do now? I almost need to go. Maybe I feel like I'm just going to half-ass it. It happens for us. But if we do our best and not check anything and just go right into the practice. And remember, when you go right into the practice, you're going to be half asleep. You know, your body's definitely not awake. And that's okay. That's why when you're in part 1, the moves are really, really easy. And eventually your body will always wake up. Okay. And even if you do run to that scenario to where you only have 7 minutes, hey, there you go. There's a 7-minute practice for you. You know, that still works on everything from movement to getting some strength training in, a little bit of breath work, quick meditation. You're up and you're ready to start your day. Okay. And for you guys that are having different goals, if you want to go and focus on how do I want to build more strength training, but man, I only got 7 minutes. What should I do? You know what? Try this. Go ahead and do 7 minutes of push-ups. Yeah. Or go do 7 minutes of burpees. Go do 7 minutes of squats. Yeah. It's like you got 7 minutes. You don't think you can get a good workout in 7 minutes? Try it. You know, that's what we do in FlowTribe. We were doing 5 minutes here sometimes, and we'll be doing 5-minute sets. We call them like flow sets. And of course, like 5 minutes on push-ups, and I can't do 5 minutes of push-ups, not continuous. So we do them in a way to where we continue to do it, but we take breaks in between, the minimum amount of breaks. We use all the principles that we practice that we've been talking about all week. You know, so, all right. So that is it, guys. Let's go ahead and get started. Remember to put in your questions anytime they come up, so this way you don't forget, and I will do my best to answer all of them after the practice. All right. Well, just want to see what on here. Oh, one more thing, guys. I'm really excited that we have so many people still on, just looking through the list. Hey, you guys are awesome. This is 5 days in. You're showing up. I just want to say thank you guys for showing up and being committed to this 10-day challenge. Okay, you guys are rocking it. Remember, it doesn't matter how you're doing it. The fact that you show up and just do the best you can and have fun. That's all that matters. Okay, so really proud of that. You guys are rocking it. Okay. Shot. Good. Setting my timer for 30 minutes. And then we'll do our best to stay in it. Sometimes we go a little over. Okay, guys, ready? Today, 30 minutes of original flow. And I'm feeling really strong today, so I can really push it in our strength training. Okay, let's get going, guys. So we'll start off with the hops. Let's go ahead and exhale every time we come down. Through our nose. Stay relaxed. Stay loose. Lift up those shoulders. Let's let go of that tension in the neck and the upper back. I was doing this during one of my travels in the plane, you know, around the cockpit area, not the cockpit, where the hostesses, they stand, you know, serving food. I was doing it right there. And one of the flight attendants came up to me. She's like, I saw you on the other end of the plane and I just want to come over and see what you were doing because you look so grateful, like a butterfly. I was like, what, really? That was kind of cool. Yeah, I work out all the time on planes. Okay, go ahead and do our taps. Lower body taps. Remember, you can go with a slap or a fist. Tap everywhere you can reach. And go as fast or as slow as you like, as hard or as soft as you like. Let's go to our lower back. Now let's go to our stomach. Let's go to our sides. Let's move up to our chest. Let's go to the left chest. Let's go to the right chest. Now we know why gorillas do this, because it feels so good. Left arm up. Let's go down the side. We should be tapping our body every single day. It feels so good. Let's go to the left side of the neck. Who wouldn't want to get a massage every day? Let's go down to our shoulders. Down the left arm. And up the inside of the left arm. All right, right arm up. Let's go down the side. And let's go to the right side of the neck. And traps. And now shoulders. Go down the back side, right arm. And up the inside, right arm. Okay. Tap on the head. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Let's do one more. In and out. Work to the back of the head. Go to our ears. And now let's go to our face. Jaw. Mouth. Back to the whole face. And to the top of the head. Okay, let's do our up and down breathing. Head goes up, inhale through the nose. Head comes down, exhale through the mouth. Let's do about 20 times. Let's begin. Hands on the hip, deep breath in through the nose. Hold your breath. Let's rotate our neck, rotate our head. Loosen up those neck muscles. Other direction. And turn to the right and left. Just relax those arms and exhale if you haven't exhaled yet. Let's charge up those hands. Let's do our longevity exercises. Let's go up and down the nose. Let's open up the nose cartilage. Let's get some clear breathing in. Let's go now around the eyes. Releasing any tension in the eye muscles. Increasing that circulation and here in the skin. Let's go around the ears. And another direction. Hands over the nose. Let's go in a circular direction. Massaging the nose. And now reverse. Charge up the hands. Make a knuckle. Let's do our brain. Pressure hold. Press down. 3, 2, 1. Release. One more time. 3, 2, 1. Release. Heart pressure point under the nose. Press down. 3, 2, 1. Release. 3, 2, 1. And release. Let's go and warm up our wrists. Let's just go right into some drop down arms. Exhaling every time you come down. Exhaling through the nose. Relax the shoulders. Relax the neck. Find that rhythm. Remember, you can go at your own speed, and you can go as hard as you like or as soft as you like. Whatever feels good for you for the day. Let's go into some heart openers. Exhaling every time we come together. Letting the inhale happen when you open your arms, either through the nose or through the mouth. And you can either let it happen naturally or you can breathe in with a little bit of effort. Whatever's good for your body. Okay, let's move into a full twist. Make sure we get that full wrap around our sides. Exhaling on each side through the nose. Okay, let's go into a mid-twist. Tapping on the shoulders and the arms and the chest. The back of our arms is massaging the kidney. Turn around for a sec. Tapping on the kidney, tapping on the lower back. And you can even go a little higher to your middle back. Let's go to a high twist. Tapping on our collarbone and neck and traps. Keeping our arms really, really loose. Let's now move into a side-to-side hips. Exhaling each side through the nose. And these exhales can be really, really small. Super, because they're really fast. So that sounds through the nose, super small. I do them a little louder just so you guys can hear. But most of the time when I'm doing these, it sounds like this. And if you don't hear it, it's okay. It sounds like this. So, super fast. Okay, let's go to the front. Now let's go into some hip circles. I'm just gonna do a few hip circles here. And now the other direction. Drawing those circles on the ground. All right, and now let's go into our kidney bounce, back of the wrist, on top of the kidney. And another thing is you can also put your fist on top of the kidney as well. Whatever feels good for you. Sometimes you really want to dig in, you can do that. Remember to exhale every time you come down. And the tip for doing these kidney massages is to slightly lean your shoulders forward just a little bit, and even your body forward just a little. So here's from the side. This is upright, and try to lean forward a little bit. It's like this. Okay, just a little. All it does is apply a little more pressure onto your kidneys without having to press down with your arms. Let's go into our stomach massage. Pressing all the way into our stomach as much as we can. And a trick here is lift up your chest. Because when you lift up your chest, what you're doing is automatically you're making your stomach a little more smaller, which allows you to go in just a little bit more, allows you to press in a little bit more. So just lift up your chest just a little. Okay, let's go into our arm circles. And now the other direction. Remembering to exhale every time your arms come down. Okay, let's go into some power-ups. So jump up towards the ceiling, look up, make the sound whoo. Let's begin. Okay, let's go into part two. Let's go into some strength training. Push-up time. Make sure to push 70% max. Modify anytime, any way you like. And you can always take a rest if you need. Let's go into some prone cobras. Hands and feet up in the air. Give me a thumbs up. Open on my count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Squeeze the shoulder blades. And together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Point the toes. Touch the feet together. Squeeze the glutes. And together. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just hold it for 3, 2, 1, and come together. These 30-second sets are fast. Let's go into some burpees. Breathe with your movements. Let's go into a pike push-up. Downward dog. Let's come down between the hands. Sync your breathing with your movements. Find a rhythm in your repetition. Okay, let's go into some squats. You can always challenge yourself by breathing in and out through your nose during part 2 of strength training. It's always a little more challenging. Let's go into some lunges. That took me a little while to get down. I've always been a mouth breather for most of my life. Okay, let's go into some leg raises. It's only been about the last 5 years that I really focused on breathing through my nose. And probably only the last 2 years that I was able to breathe through my nose when I exercise. Up on our feet, especially when the heart rate gets higher. Let's do run in place. So if you struggle with that, just keep going for it. Just do your best. Eventually it'll come. Let's do some kicks. And remember, you can kick any way you like. So you can do a roundhouse kick. I don't know what this one is. You can do all kinds of stuff. Just have some fun sometimes. Yeah. And the same thing goes with strikes. So my normal go-to is just these. Sometimes I go with elbows. Sometimes I do combinations. And so it's just whatever is good. The thing is, you don't want to think too much. Okay, let's do some jumps. Whew. Let's go down for a plank. Because we only had 30 seconds, so I really went for it on those jumps. Okay, so now let's go ahead and close your eyes. We're going into part 3, stretching. Let's work on that flexibility. Let's do our forward fold. Go ahead and reach for your toes, ankles, or your knees. Let's start to slow down our breath, slow down our heartbeat. If you are breathing through your mouth, let's start to transition our breath now to just through the nose. Let's open up our legs, pancake split. Focus on being calm, relaxed. Relax into the tension. Keeping your awareness to your breathing. And with your body. Let's go ahead and come up. Let's do a right leg stretch. Now let's go do our left leg stretch. Let's go into our side bend to the right. Left arm, left hand goes towards right leg, foot into a side bend. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Side bend to the left. Let's go into our pigeon stretch. Right leg bent, left leg extended. Let's come down for a pigeon. Now let's switch sides. Left leg bent, right leg extended. We're calm. Our heart rate is much slower now. Breathing in and out through the nose. Let's go ahead and lay down onto our back. Let's do our spinal twist. Left leg, left knee to the, right knee to the left side of the ground. Knee touches the ground and turn your body and head to the right. So I'm going to switch sides. Take the left knee, touch the right ground. Turn the body and head to the left. Let's lay onto our back. Let's do a double knee to chest. Take both knees, bring it to the chest. Wrap your arms around the legs, holding at the elbows or the wrists. Head to the ground. Point your chin towards your knees. Keeping the back of the neck more straight. All right, let's relax our arms and legs in Shavasana. Just for a few seconds here. Okay, let's now go into our plow. Last move for part 3. Legs come up. Use your arms and elbows to support your back. Try to touch the ground with your feet. If not, aim your knees towards your face, towards your forehead, or towards your mouth. And if you can touch the ground, focus on locking out the knees. slowly lower your legs back down towards the ground. And let's go and do some breathing. So we're going to do about just 2 minutes of breathing in and out through the mouth, followed by an exhale hold and an inhale hold. So exhale hold, we exhale all of our breath, and then we hold our breath for as long as we can. Inhale hold is where we take one deep, slow inhale through the mouth, and we hold our breath for as long as we can again. Okay, so we're just gonna breathe for about 2 minutes in through the mouth and out through the mouth. And we're gonna keep it about the same speed. Let's begin. And I'm gonna go a little louder so you guys can hear. Take a deep breath in and exhale everything. And hold your breath. Relax. Stay calm. Your mind is clear. When you have to breathe in, take one slow, deep inhale through your mouth before you hold your breath again. And if you like, you can extend that inhale, just continuously inhaling for about 10 to 20 seconds after you have maxed out the air, just as an option.
Activity completed.
Go ahead and finish your breath retention. And when you are done, keeping your eyes closed, slowly make your way into a seated position. And now we're going to do our 50 deep inhales in through the nose, out through the mouth, followed by inhale, hold. Or take a deep breath in through the nose, and hold our breath for as long as we can. Let's begin. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Hold your breath for as long as you can. And when you're done with your breath retention, keeping your eyes closed, we're going to go into a short meditation. Just connecting to the feeling of calmness and relaxation inside the body. Remembering that this is our natural state to be calm, to be relaxed, and for our body to be at ease. And every time when we do this practice, we become more familiar with a state of calmness and relaxation. And when our body is calm relax, and at peace. Our mind is calm, relaxed, and at peace. And so we'll just now sit in meditation for a few minutes in silence as we connect to the calmness and that stillness inside.
Hum. Home.
And now, whenever you're ready, go ahead and slowly open your eyes. And thank you, everybody, for joining in our day five of today's practice.
Mm.